Alright, today's job is to create some hanging space. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shelves. 2 have been removed, and the client wants the one side to be hanging. So literally we are just taking out this bar, that bar, cutting. I'm going to cut one of those shelves in half. Half will go there, the other half will go there. And then we'll span a little threaded bar from the top down to support these hanging shelves. And then they'll have some hanging space. So, nice easy Friday morning job. Alright, so that's the one shelf cut in half and put on either side. These have been severed. I just got to cut these off here. It's a bit awkward getting a hacksaw in there. Then put some anti-rust on there. Put some plugs on here. I've got to drill through these to have the suspension bar go through there. And then it's done. And then obviously touch up the edges of this MDF with some paint. And then there's hanging space. Right, so there's the severed bars. So that now creates a nice hanging space there. And obviously what you want to do is run over everything with some sandpaper, feel it with your finger. If it hooks on your finger, it'll hook on clothes. So smooth everything off as best as you can. Nice and smooth, run your finger over everywhere, anywhere that there's a bit of a sharp edge. Just give it a bit of a rub down. Same goes with these. No sharp edges. Okay, we will be putting end caps in here, so we don't have to worry too much about the inside. We will be treating these exposed parts with some anti-rust compound, because being at the coast, things rust choppy chop. Right, here's our piece of M6 stainless steel threaded bar, which is going to get threaded through those guys and through the top there to support these shelves. So we need to mark off and drill holes through that, and that, and then this will thread through, and then we can put nuts and washers to hold everything in place, and then everything should be secure. These are just little plastic inserts that go into 19mm square tubing. So that goes in there, goes in there, and bit of a gentle tap. Sometimes you need a bigger hammer. Obviously the fit is a little bit too good and tight. We'll trim off those little shavings. Come on, focus, man. There we go. You see these little... They got cut off in the brutal installation process. But, aha. Just get surgically asked to leave, and then this is a decent termination to a pole. Smooth, no chance of anything hooking. And voila, it is done. So now we're just going to drill the holes through there and there and there. So we'll mark that off and do that. Focus. There we go. Right, so there the holes have been drilled for the threaded bar to go through. I haven't put it through here yet. What I want to do here, because we don't want anything spragging here, so I'm going to just make this hole bigger, lift this up and have the nut concealed below the surface here, so there's no spragging of anything when the suitcase gets dragged over here or anything else like that. So I'm just going to spade bit this out to about 10 mil, and then we've got to cut the threaded bar to the right length, and then we can install it. So quick and easy. Right, so now we have space to countersink a nut in there, so it'll be there. Alright, now to measure off this distance and cut this to just below there. Yep, there's a little dome top on there. You get this. Get that countersunk, that's in there. Right, now I just need to measure this off, cut that, and then we can put our securing nut on there, and then we're good to go. Little tip, and we've decided to clad the threaded bar with some conduit, just going to make it easier on clothing and etc. So I've left a gap there for the 12mm board that goes in here, and yeah, should tie in quite nicely with the color scheme. Right, so these struts only really need to be supported from the bottom because the force is all down. So I'm just putting two nuts on to lock it together, and then the same at the bottom there. And voila, there it is. Hanging space created in the cupboard. Done and dusted.